Welcome to the Know. I'm Ashley. We got a big week of news starting out, but before we dive into all that, I wanted to give you guys a heads up. A few weeks ago, we did a video talking about how we were going to start doing more videos exclusively on our website. We did one that we just put up on Friday that I think you guys should really check out if you want to check out, theknow.tv. It's about the legality of ROMs. We talked to lawyers about the whole thing, went over how legal, how not legal ROMs are. Would love it if you guys check that out on our website. We'll leave a link in the description, but you're also here for some news, and we have that for you too. The big news this morning is that Microsoft announced Project Xcloud, their foray into the realm of cloud streaming. So a little bit like what you might be familiar with PlayStation Now. However, there are some significant differences. Xcloud would allow Xbox One players to run their games to other devices, including their PCs, phones, tablets. That's right, you never stop gaming. Your games go where you are forever. You can pair a special controller via Bluetooth as well as play via touchscreen through a game-specific touch overlay system that's being developed by Microsoft. The biggest hurdle in actually being able to do this is, well, what it is for all cloud streaming things. It's latency and graphic fidelity. In short, how do they make it not look like crap and not make it respond like crap? Microsoft says they're going to utilize their many giant data centers around the globe to help combat some of that problem, with a huge team working on encoding and decoding in a more streamlined way. They're testing now on making it work on 4G networks and say they're also preparing to dynamically scale when 5G rolls around. No public release date's been announced just yet, but they are certainly putting a ton of resources into making this work. If they're testing now, safe bet we'll be seeing this roll out in the next few years. Maybe we'll see a beta next year, something like that. We'll see. Cloud stuff is always interesting, but what I find fascinating is that Xbox, with their Game Pass and subscription service and everything, have in the past been doing a lot of, you download the game so you have it on your console. PlayStation Now was their sort of version of that, except all streaming. Except PlayStation just announced, hey, you'll be able to download games too, so they're becoming each other. Still some key differences, but it's interesting. Spider-Man is unquestionably one of 2018's most popular games, and you can tell that because not only are people buying it like crazy, they're also playing it like a lot. How do we know this? Well, look no further than the Platinum Trophy. It was pointed out by a message board user on Reset Era that Spider-Man has a 10% Platinum Trophy rate, which means 1 out of every 10 people playing it not only finished the game, but then got every single one of the trophies. To put that into perspective, less than 1% of all Uncharted 4 players got their Platinum. Of course, these Spider-Man trophies are a little bit easier to complete. There's not a whole bunch of crazy grinding involved, but it is impressive for even casual gamers who picked up the game to want to grab all those trophies. We already know Fortnite has made a bazillion dollars, and now it's making a ton more, hitting a pretty impressive milestone on mobile devices. On iOS alone, Fortnite's pulled in over $300 million in just 200 days. Now that smashes the closest competitor, Clash Royale's $228 million in the same time span. The only game to outperform Fortnite on iOS is Pokemon Go, which hit the 300 million milestone in just 113 days. Android users just got access to the Fortnite mobile beta in August, and it's already pulled in $60 million there as well, so holy crap, it's a lot of llamas. That game is making some real money for Epic. Telltale may have imploded, rather tragically, but it looks like the original developers may still kind of be able to finish out The Walking Dead, thanks in large part to Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman. When Telltale collapsed, they were leaving the final season of the very popular Walking Dead game incomplete. They were just going to walk away from it, but Kirkman's Skybound has completed a deal with Telltale to take over development and publish the remaining episodes. Now, the cherry on top is he's quoted as saying he's hoping to do so with as much of the original Telltale team as possible. Kirkman announced this at New York Comic Con over the weekend, stating, "We can't lose Andrew Lincoln and Clementine in the same year." However, there's still a big rain cloud over the whole Telltale shutdown, in that there are a lot of developers who are let go with no compensation, just sort of with no warning whatsoever, and there are a lot of people still hoping that they'll find some way to sort that out. If, not getting my hopes up there, but still, if you want to see Walking Dead completed, looks like you might actually get that, but plan on a bit of a wait. It's no secret that Gearbox is working on Borderlands 3, even if the studio won't confirm it publicly, or they just keep teasing it like a billion times and have been doing so for years. Ugh. The big question is when we're gonna get it, and a new report suggests it may actually be sooner than you think. Now, this is a big stinking rumor, so take it with a giant block of salt, get the red lights flashing for skepticism, but a YouTube channel called the Triple S League claims to have 2 independent sources that tell them Borderlands 3 is in localization, which is a late stage step in video game development, where the studio makes different versions of their game for the foreign countries and gets all the languages, subtitles, region-specific voice actors recording the main voices, that kind of thing. If true, this could mean that Borderlands 3 could be ready for release next year. Take-Two already confirmed they have a big game hitting in the 2020 fiscal year, which is April 2019 to March 2020, so this could line up with that bit of no news. Again, anyone can say anything on the internet, so keep that in mind. Still, we are overdue for a Borderlands game, and if Triple S League is right, they do have 2 sources, which is always a good thing. Now we get it next year, then all the better. Kingdom Hearts 3 is on the way, or, so Square Enix says. The game's got a North American release date of January 29th, 2019. I'm super excited, but I'm just trying to hold back just a little bit, just in case we get a slip of some kind, because I've been waiting so long already. I almost don't feel like I can ever have this. Anyway, if you wanted to dive back in and refresh yourself on the series, Square Enix, they got you covered, boo. Again, yes, we have already had 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, but you know what? Why not release it all over again? Kingdom Hearts, the story so far, is releasing on PlayStation 4 October 30th. It's going to run you $39.99, so good price point considering the number of games, because it comes with all previous releases. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Kingdom Hearts Recoded, sporting HD remastered cinematics. A lot of gameplay in one bundle, so sharpen your keyblades and make sure you're well prepared for Kingdom Hearts 3. Of course, look, this would have been great for something like, I don't know, Xbox, PC as well, but, platforms that already haven't had all of the collections already. Come on, Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the first time that Kingdom Hearts is on Xbox, even though it's going to have a bit of a catch-up, yes, still going to level with you, it's not going to make a lot of sense. It would have been a lot just perfect for a compilation like this. Probably there are some restrictions on licenses somewhere that have the whole thing hung up. Not gonna get a lot of clarity on the exact reasoning behind keeping this one exclusive though. However, if you are really looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3 and you didn't play any of the other ones or their collections, this is great. Hot on the heels of Super Mario the Breakfast Cereal, it's Blizzard's turn. Lucio's cereal is actually going to become a real thing. Overwatch fans may remember that started out as a goofy spray you could unlock via loot box and then show off while everyone was impatiently waiting for a match to start. But hey, they've actually done it for real. The green and yellow O's will be Sonic Vanilla flavored. I'm not sure what Sonic Vanilla means, but I'm sure it'll be delicious. Lucio O's will be hitting grocery store shelves by December 3rd if the box art is to be believed, and each purchase will get you a loot boost that increases your speed towards in-game loot boxes, which I guess is appropriate given the character. I don't know. We'll see how it actually goes. I don't know if anyone out there tried the Super Mario cereal. It's weird. It looks like Lucky Charms, kind of, but it tastes more like Crunch Berries. So kind of weird, but you know what? I'm all for this return of video game cereals. It's like the 90s all over again. You may remember a little while back we told you about the game Monster Hunter being turned into a movie. Mila Jovovich is starring. Her husband and frequent collaborator Paul W.S. Anderson will direct. Anderson, no stranger to video game adaptations, having launched his career with one of the best video game adaptations of all time, and I will not be convinced otherwise. Mortal Kombat also turned out like half a dozen Resident Evil movies. The movie's begun shooting, and Jovovich celebrated by sharing the very first picture from the set. Sadly, no monsters on display or any huge impressive sets. Instead, we get a selfie from the makeup trailer showing off some dirt and some scrapes. So that, look, no one said hunting monsters was gonna be easy, Mila. The dirt, the scrapes are gonna happen, but I really wanna see just like the giant weaponry. You're gonna have the giant weaponry, right? Believe it or not, many studios have tried to make a Barbie movie happen over the last decade, like a lot of times. Everyone from Anne Hathaway to Amy Schumer have been involved. The movie never happened. Now Warner Brothers is taking a stab at it again, and they're not messing around. They have attached Margot Robbie as Barbie, and even say Warner's is courting their Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins to helm the movie. No word on if it's going to be animated, live action, who's going to be cast as Ken, but development on the movie is underway, and maybe it'll actually happen this time. If they're casting Margot Robbie, my bet would be on, you know, at least partial live action, and we'll see. Actually, Barbie's YouTube channel is not bad, which is a really weird thing to say, but hey, check it out. Critics weren't too kind to Venom, but audiences were really excited to see Tom Hardy playing one of Spider-Man's most popular villains in his very own movie. Sony's Bing counters estimate Venom made $80 million over the weekend, which is a record for an October release, and is Sony's 7th best ever opening weekend, 5 of which happen to be Spider-Man movies. The 6th is Skyfall. So bringing it all together, I guess. Venom's not only popular stateside, he's also cleaning up overseas, pulling in another $125 million just in foreign box office this weekend, which is great news for Sony since they're currently in the works on a few other Spider-Man villain standalones, including Morbius, Kraven the Hunter, Silk, Silver Sable, and Black Cat. So the critical reception had a lot of people worried, but given the commercial reception, they might actually be going somewhere. We shall see. Anyway, that is all the news for this roundup. Let us know what you think of all the updates in the comments down below. To make sure you get all the crazy news from every corner of the internet, make sure that you like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the know. On encoding and decoding in a more streamlined way. They're testing now on making it work on 4G networks, and say they're also preparing to dynamically scale when 5G rolls out more widely. Is 5G rolled out anywhere? It's not, right? It's not. Okay.